The Cash Advance Monitoring System is an application system designed by the Internal Audit Services Office together with the Management Information Systems Office of Tarlac State University. It is an automated system to control and monitor the granting of cash advances granted to university officials and employees. It has automated features for printing and issuance of certificate of liquidation to the accountable officer upon liquidation, determination of the last date to liquidate within the allowed liquidation period, sending of notice to liquidate to the accountable officer via email, denial of processing of cash advance if there is previous unliquidated cash advance or multiple cash advances, denial of processing of cash advance if the amount of cash advance exceeds the amount of bond for cash advances other than those intended for traveling, seminars, and the likes, and printing of reports such as employees with unliquidated cash advance, cash advances released for the month, and list of accountable officers. Accessing the system. First, go to cams.tsu.edu.ph. To sign in, the user has to enter his or her Office 365 email address and password. An access privilege is needed to be able to use the system. After signing in, the user will be greeted with a welcome page. The main navigation has three main menu options: Home menu, Data entry menu, and the Reports menu. The Data entry menu. In this menu, the user can access all the forms for cash advance entry, cash advance liquidation, accountable officers management, and notifications to accountable officers. The cash advance entry form. After clicking this menu, a list of recently added cash advances will be shown. To add a new cash advance entry, just click the Add New Entry button. Fill out the necessary details such as date, which can be entered using the calendar button, purpose, destination, description, accountable officer, amount, activity date. The estimated last date allowed to liquidate will be automatically determined by the system. If the accountable officer has an existing unliquidated cash advance, the system denies the processing of cash advance. The cash advance liquidation form. This will only be accessed after all supporting documentation for the disbursement of cash advance has been evaluated for validity and propriety. Upon opening the menu, a list of recently liquidated cash advances and remaining unliquidated cash advances will be shown. To enter the liquidation of a cash advance, just click on the unliquidated cash advance in the list and click on the name of the accountable officer who submitted for liquidation. Fill out the necessary information required by the form and save. The Accountable Officer Management Form. After clicking the menu, a list of added accountable officers will be displayed. To add an accountable officer, just click on the Add New Entry button. Fill out all the necessary data required by the form. Clicking the search button will display all employees with the employee number from which the user can simply select. If you click on the Yes button of the bonded option, fidelity bond of the accountable officer must be entered. Click Save after entering all the required data. The Notifications menu. After accessing the Notifications menu, the accountable officers with unliquidated cash advances will be displayed. Upon clicking the Send Notification button, the accountable officer will be notified via their registered TSU email address. The Reports menu. This menu lets you access the form for viewing and printing the reports generated by the system, particularly the list of accountable officers, report of liquidated cash advances, and report of unliquidated cash advances. List of accountable officers. This will display all accountable officers. The list can be filtered to show the bonded or the unbonded accountable officers only by using the toggle buttons located at the upper right corner of the display. The report can be printed using the Print button. Report of liquidated cash advances. This will display the list of liquidated cash advances. The period can be filtered by setting the criteria in the Date field. The Calendar button may be used. Click the Print button to print. Report of unliquidated cash advances. This will display the list of unliquidated cash advances. Click the Print button to print. The innovation enabled the Internal Audit Services team to conduct an audit of cash advances granted to university officials and employees in the most efficient and effective way. Because of its control features and the reports generated, it is now easy for the audit team to detect whether there are non-compliances to the provisions of applicable rules and regulations on cash advances, such as the COA Circular 97-002. The internal controls relative to the cash advance issuance, monitoring, and liquidation has been strengthened by the system that made internal auditing more efficiently and effectively. Overall, the system has enabled the university to manage efficiently and effectively, control and monitor cash advances, leading to their legal granting and use, and eventual liquidation within the allowable period of time, which are tantamount to effective, efficient, economical, and ethical operations.